of an old-time classic.
So there they had their
YouTube.
girls.
YouTube be YouTubing, boy. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, YouTube. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
And this is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That?
See That.
Yeah. And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
No. And we also want you to know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program.
Mm-hmm.
The views, opinions, statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, or sponsors, or partners either. And so if you want to share your opinion, your views, your statements and expressions, give us a call. It's Freestyle Friday, 727-637-2416. Give us a call, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind on this fine Freestyle Friday. Q, what's on your mind?
It's Friday
night. How many songs got the word Friday in it? So I know you got like Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. And I just got paid.
Yeah.
Then you got the Friday night.
Mm-hmm. And then you got, isn't it? I ain't got no man and my man ain't got.
That's on Friday too?
I think that's on Friday.
That's a song about a Friday. a song about Friday. Can y'all hear us on social media? We just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they can. Y'all good. We good over there. Just want to make sure, and thank you to all the team who helped us navigate our technical difficulties.
Yeah.
and what have you.
And we appreciate everybody who hopped offline on Wednesday and went to the radio, because we know everybody's like comfortable where they at.
Yeah.
And you know, and to see that y'all went in, so we love the support. The love is real.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
And so let's just jump right in. Pooh Sheisty. For those who don't know who Pooh Sheisty is, so let me just read it. Pooh Sheisty was arrested by the FBI, 727-637-2416. Pooh Sheisty was arrested. Rapper Pooh Sheisty was arrested by the FBI along with several others, including fellow rapper Big 30, for allegedly carrying out a kidnapping and armed robbery inside of a Dallas recording studio. According to federal authorities, Sheisty invited industry professionals to the studio under the pretense of discussing a contract. But once they arrived, prosecutors said the situation turned into an armed takeover. Victims were reportedly forced at gunpoint to sign documents releasing contracts. Oh, they had a conversation about the contract, all right. Forced them at gunpoint, allegedly, to sign documents releasing contract rights, while jewelry, Rolex watches, and cash were taken. One of the alleged victims is Gucci Mane, who previously had a business relationship with Sheisty through his label 1017. So, what's going on, man? At what point does like handling business and standing on business turn into criminal behavior? Like, you got to put a gun to their head in order to get them to sign the contract?
Well, he wanted out of his contract, right?
Okay.
The contract was bad. He wanted out of his contract. But like, what's crazy is you said you wanted to have a conversation. Why you didn't have the conversation? And even if the conversation didn't go the way that you wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
You signed that contract.
Yes. But you know, sometimes they be young when they sign them contracts. They don't have lawyers and all of that stuff. And then when they actually read the contract and realize like it was a bad deal, oftentimes it's too late. That's kind of the story of the industry, right?
I mean, it can be, but is it worth?
Contract when I was young, I didn't know what I was doing, and I needed the money at the time. But then now you realize that you know, in a slave type situation, and
but is your freedom worth it? Like, you just got out.
Yeah, they did say he just got out.
He's on house arrest. Like, he has like an ankle monitor on or something like that. So like the fact that you like,
he just got out and now back in jail.
But so I shared a post with Woody.
I saw it.
Right. And it's really about your mindset.
Yeah.
Right. You have to change your mindset. You have to realize stuff that it's not worth losing your life over. It's not losing you. I mean, and some people think it is going to prison and all that other stuff. But when does your freedom and being out here to do what you love go first over you trying to prove a point that you a real man and I'm gonna take, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me like that. You know,
like that. Yeah.
Oh nah, you gotta see me.
Yeah. No, gunpoint to sign releases ain't the way to do it.
And I'm finna say
taking
this,
jewelry and all, like,
and kudos, because they're trying to say Gucci Mane snitch, right? He made a report about a robbery that happened to him.
You call the phone, you call the police and say, I just got robbed. Is that snitching?
No.
Chat, what y'all say? If you call the police after a robbery, are you snitching?
And that's the thing is, so old Gucci Mane probably wouldn't have called the police, right? He probably wouldn't have. He probably would have took matters in his own hands, and you know what would have happened? He would be right in jail with them. His freedom means a lot to him.
Yeah.
He done changed. His mindset done changed. He done got all that in order. Why go down the same road that takes you down to destruction?
Got a whole book on mental health and overcoming challenges and difficulties, and then this happens.
And I'm sorry, our people got to do better.
Yeah.
Like
people like really.
Yeah. He's a snitch. He is. Like, why risk your freedom? Why risk your sanity? Like, and that lets you know that when you're in a good space.
Good morning, Tiffany.
People don't like this. Some people, not all. don't like to see you good in a good space, and the devil don't like to see you in there because you no longer a tool for him. You no longer can do his job.
Yeah.
You know, because you over there, and then it tests your gangster. Cause ain't nothing more gangster than coming home to your woman.
That is the most gangster
and your children.
Yeah. That's the most gangster ever. Yeah.
Like, you know, your life to be able to say, it's a flex to say I'm out of jail and I get to spend another birthday with my family.
Yeah, that is gangster. So keep your eye on it. Keep your love. That's definitely not snitching. Well, I mean, that's what they're saying with so I guess it's a segment of the population who don't see it that way.
Mad. Like, I think it's so. I ain't never calling the police. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I could never. The police. Listen, give up that street ish.
Yeah,
it don't get you nowhere but in jail or in hell.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because she said the devil is people. I don't know why we want to make the devil non-human. Amen. God too. So yeah, so y'all make sure that y'all keep your eyes on this situation. I guess it's developing, and so the robbery is supposed to have to happen in January. I guess they just now making the arrest.
The robbery happened, and then and the jury was on the internet like almost immediately
selling the jury.
Got the jury, sell the jury, and Pooh Sheisty came out and like had a good hit. It was out there doing this thing,
That's what I said. He was doing like good numbers and like on the right path with his career and everything. But I guess the contract wasn't contracting, so he wanted out.
Yeah,
and the way he got out was
to go back in.
Yeah, to go back to prison. That's how you get out your contract. Yeah. Mama always said stupid is what stupid does.
Yeah, like this it's just like do better. Like just do better.
My peoples. And so I saw another thing in the entertainment news. Quincy Jones. They said the estate of the legendary producer Quincy Jones, they sold a significant portion of his music catalog related to the rights of Harborview Equity Partners, which is an investment firm that specializes in music and entertainment and intellectual property. The deal includes selected music publishing rights, master recordings, and other assets from Jones's vast catalog that spans more than 70 years of music, film, and television. The financial terms of the sale were not publicly disclosed, but I guess what's included in the sale, they said the transaction includes Quincy Jones's ownership stakes that are tied to Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Michael Jackson's Bad, also his classic composition, The Soul Bossa Nova, rights to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because he had, ownership in that. And then royalties connected to songs that were sampled in hip hop, including tracks by Tupac and Kanye West. So basically, they're saying that this deal was made by his children. So his children said that the goal is to protect and preserve his legacy while partnering with the company that can manage the complex global licensing of such a massive catalog. So the question I have is, do you think that the family should have sold his catalog, or should it stay in the hands of the family?
I think that that's their business.
Okay.
Right. And I really think that sometimes we think that ownership and us having it is the one stop and that's the best all. But if you don't know what you're doing with it,
okay,
and you need somebody to help manage
it, but you don't know what to do with it.
You're not making what you need, and you're missing something on the table because you feel like that you have to have it all. Then I'm agreeing with what they're doing, but I don't know the details of the deal. And if they feel like they're okay with it, then that's fine. But a lot of times we want to cut out the middleman because we're always saying that you need to own all your stuff. Yeah. You need to do this. Like,
own your masters. Yeah.
This is, and that's good. But if you don't know what to do with your masters, and you owning it, but you ain't getting the revenue and all the stuff because you're not knowledgeable, you're better off with not having it at all because you're not reaping the benefits from it anyways. So I will say, I think they probably talked to lawyers. They made an educated decision that was beneficial for their family.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. That's how I feel.
Okay. And they said the catalog is so valuable because Quincy Jones is widely considered one of the most influential figures in modern music. His career includes 28 Grammy Awards, producing some of the best-selling albums in history. He's worked across jazz, pop, R&B, film scores, and television. And his catalog generates revenue on streaming platforms, radio play, film and TV, commercials, also sampling. Y'all know the Fred Sanford song. Boom, 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 boom. That's Quincy Jones too. Dun, 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 dun.
So I'm looking at Yubi. Yubi said if Quincy wanted to sell, he would have when he was alive.
If you don't know, get the people who do.
And that's what he did. I feel like that's what they do.
Because he didn't sell.
But again, Quincy was a music genius. This is what he studied. This is what he did.
Yeah.
Right. And then once he passed away, he give it to somebody else. It's up to them to keep the legacy alive and do what's right. So I mean, honestly, if they didn't sell and then they found out that it was all this money, they will be talking about that. They ain't even know what they was doing. man, you know.
So hold it and don't use it and still have it, or sell it and
but it sounds like a portion of it is sold.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a partnership.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said they wanted to protect and preserve his legacy while partnering with the company that can manage the complex licensing of such a massive catalog. Harborview CEO Sharice Clark, that sounds like a sister, said the firm, Sharice, boy, we really buying the stereotypes. Sharice Clark said the firm plans to safeguard Jones's cultural impact while expanding opportunities for future generations to experience his work. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, things change so much in the industry, and what was okay for him back then ain't what it is now. Like, you have AI, you have so many other ways to make money off of things like that like Quincy Jones probably didn't have access to or wasn't even available at that point in time. And it's okay to get help, y'all. Yeah. Like it is okay to get help. Yeah, it's okay. This is why people go
100% of nothing or 50% of something
or 70% of something, and they probably own still the majority of it. So if something goes left, they still have the majority and not the minority of the vote for what goes on. But like, my God, like it's like, I might have studied, and I'm because Miko on here, right?
Yep.
I could have studied about health and know about nursing, but I'm not gonna cut my nurse out because I'm knowledgeable about something.
You're not a nurse, but you know a little bit about nursing.
I did some research. I'm a CNA.
Okay.
And I got my CNA license.
A lot of them know more than the nurses.
Some,
yeah,
but then some of them don't.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not gonna cut my nurse out.
Okay.
Just because, you know what I mean? Like, you still there. So, and I'm just using that as an example. But what happens is you get some CNAs who also say, I know more than the nurses or do more than the nurses, and then cut them out, and then something happens, and now they're liable for something because they technically, you know what I mean? So listen, y'all.
He put in his, he says, so they are helping them to manage, or are they helping themselves to the pie? Probably both.
Yeah, probably both. Nobody ain't. So let's talk about that. Ain't nobody stop people doing stuff for free. Like so
them days over.
Them days are over. Like, everybody needs to get paid for their worth and you doing your job. Like, if I decide to do something for free for you, it's a goodness of my heart. But I worked hard to get where I'm at, to be able to walk into different rooms that other people can't walk into. I work hard to be able to say, hey, I can rack in this money, and I'm sending out them hound dogs to make sure ain't nobody else using your thing. So yeah, I do want a piece of the pie. And yeah, I want to make sure that you good, but I'm going to get a piece of the pie because I deserve the piece of the pie. I'm working for the piece of the pie.
Like I'm not just you're not Debo in the pie, right?
Yeah, like I'm not just sitting in there this
Let
month.
me get that. What pie?
Right. This month. No, they're working with them. Like yeah, and I don't think the Quincy Jones people is fools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where somebody's taking advantage of them. I really think they sat down and made an educated decision.
I hear that. Loud and clear. So yeah, but that's something that's all, and I thought it was pretty interesting just to lift up because it's one of those conversations, it's an ongoing conversation, and I think it ties into a lot of the talk that we have about ownership versus selling, and when to sell, should you sell, should you hold, buying, holding, all of that kind of stuff, and clearly it was probably in their best interest at this moment, or they think it's in their best interest anyway for them to sell. Miko says the difference is one got the education on paper and the other one don't. But some CNAs do know, especially if you've been doing CNA all your life and did not go back to school. Now you have a new RN straight out of school telling you what to do. So yeah, there's situations where the person may not have the paperwork, but they have the lived experience. And they can actually.
And I get that. And so let me say this, and I shouldn't have to say this.
Yeah.
Is that we don't subscribe to all here. I was just using that as an example because I do know some CNAs that really get it done and really know their ish, right? And I know some nurses that don't know nothing, right? But I was just
pass the test, that's
right.
They're good.
So I get that, but what I'm saying is sometimes again you don't want to pass on because you know something.
You got to do what's right for you in your situation.
Right, that's it. And that's really it.
Know when just know. All right, so one of the things we want you to know as well is the Black Money Movement is continuing to bring energy with two big events. And so the Cash Mob at the Canopy on 18th Avenue is Sunday, April 5th. That's this Sunday, 12 o'clock. So come eat, spend, and support local businesses. They're back with another one following the one on April 5th. It'll be a Cash Mob at JTD Inner City Foods on April the 11th at 12, because again, circulating dollars in the community is what matters the most. And it is a great opportunity for us to continue to make our people rich on purpose. And then speaking of on purpose, Healing on Purpose is April 18th. Tell me about Healing on Purpose.
Healing on Purpose is a community event. It's a holistic way of healing. It's a panel. You're going to get gut health, how to get infusions as far as like a nurse coming in. Miko is going to actually speak about childbirth and Black motherhood and what that looks like, going to the hospital and the things that you need. I'm going to talk about your mindset and how that is important. It's there for the whole family, and it's going to be a really good event. It's free for the community. There's going to be giveaways. Sister Naira, her and her husband is Repair the Black Family. This is their baby. This was their idea, and they put this together, and I think it's going to be something really good. It's going to be at the YMCA.
Yep. Child Park YMCA, 691 43rd Street. Carly, we got a couple seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. Before the break.
What's on your mind?
This Miss Miko, Nurse Miko. I just want to make a quick statement. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
With the Cash Mob Money Movement, I think we forgot about one person. She may not have a EIN or a business per se, but because of what she did at Snacks gas station with that boycott, we need the Cash Mob Carlisa Wilson with them peanuts and flips.
I love
she is the foundation. She got a plate after doing this here. She should have been the first one we Cash Money Mob. That's all I'm gonna say now. Let's not forget the founder.
That's right. That's what it is. So if we got info on where she is and when she do what she do, put it in the chat.
Okay.
Let's make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love it. I like things that are easy to do.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta do the hard thing, but then there's some stuff that's just real easy to do, and that's something that's really easy to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like just direct some traffic to
support, over there.
That ain't hard to do. That's really not hard to do at all. So yeah, let's make sure that we do that, because I unite with that. Shout out to Carlisa and just how she stood in the gap, standing in the paint, and I ain't been by snacks lately, but
it's still pretty dead.
okay.
Like it's still pretty dead. Like yeah, I mean there cars trickle through.
Okay. The one that don't know no better.
That don't know, or just or it's just last minute, or they don't care, right?
Okay.
So it is a couple
that
of cars.
They don't know no better. Right?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Because when you know better, you care a little bit more.
Yeah, but they just don't care, or they feel like they made their point and keep it moving. So yeah,
that's what's up.
I didn't go there before, so I'm not going there after. But as they said, they own 17 stores in this city or something
we might need to walk that back. I don't know if it's them that own the 17, but I know it was somebody that owns 17.
No. I saw the post because Shannon Ligon.
It's the same owner.
It was because when they rebought out. Remember Shannon Ligon, and I mean she can correct me if I'm wrong because I saw her post, and she was saying she was their clients are hers, the new owners,
right?
And they own 17 stores in this. So at that point, if that is so, if this one kind of is flopped, them 17 stores can cover
sustain
this one that's not doing what it need to do, because clearly the model's working for them if they're expanding like that.
I hear that. All right, so we're gonna take a break, and then after the break, y'all, again, it's Freestyle Friday. Lots in the news. We're going to talk about what the people say. So I made a post. It was related to the Brandy and Wanye situation. Got a lot of reactions from that. So we're going to do what the people say around that. There's some other opportunities that we want to share with you in the community. Trump fires Pam Bondi, gas plant timeline. So we got a lot to talk about. We want to make sure that y'all stick around, stay in tune. We'll be back about 6 or 7 minutes after the hour.
Yep.
Baby.
carrying his son and walking in the street when a reconnaissance drone hit them directly with a missile. He and his son.
And guess what?
We back.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Boom. We're back.
We back. We back.
We back. We back. We back.
Yeah,
Hey.
So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your peers, tell your homies. Yeah.
And most people, the kids are home on this Friday.
It's Good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Good. So there's Good Friday.
It is in the Views Express.
Eyes on.
And the one else.
They eyes on. Views expressed. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by the host, guests, callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners, etc., etc. So yeah, Good Friday. You got any Good Friday plans?
What I always do on Friday.
Okay. It's Friday.
And we're going bowling.
So Good Friday. So Good Friday is a Christian holiday that remembers the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It happens during Holy Week, which is 2 days before Easter. I'm going to pause there. No, I'm going to keep going. 2 days before Easter. When is it? So this year, today is Good Friday. So Good Friday is the day that Christians reflect on the suffering. God bless you.
Thank you.
The suffering of Jesus Christ, his death on the cross, and what the sacrifice means: forgiveness, redemption, and a new life. Why is it called good, Q?
Why is it called good?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
That part kind of throws people off. It's called good, not because something good happened in the moment, but because Christians believe his sacrifice led to salvation and hope for humanity. So it's a serious, reflective day, not a celebration. How people observe it, depending on your person or your church. Some people go to church services today. Some people fast and don't eat as much. Quiet reflection or prayer. And then remembering the 7 last words of Jesus is another one. And some people treat it as well like a spiritual reset. And so Good Friday is a day in the Christian faith that marks the crucifixion, a time of reflection, sacrifice, forgiveness, and what it means to endure hardship for a greater purpose. And so your Good Friday reflections. You got a reflection on this Good Friday? About life, sacrifice, purpose, all of that stuff, forgiveness?
Forgiveness.
Okay. So that was one of the things, right? That was the whole point. One of the points of the sacrifice was forgiveness. And now, you know, you believe and you good.
I know. I think for me, I think I carry this like all the time, not just on a Good Friday. Like it's not my Good Friday where I can be like, oh, now
Good Friday ain't just one Friday.
No, it's not one Friday out of the year, or like I'm gonna reset, or I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen for me.
Okay.
Like I feel like I wake up every morning trying to be the best version of myself, and doing, you know, trying to forgive people who wronged or cutting them off, or however the case I'm going to do, and just looking at the silver lining and living with a better mindset for me. You know what I mean? So I can't just say like today was the day that I was going to sit down and reflect. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
So you don't have to give me a title of a day for me to do that.
So Good Friday for you is another day, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Kind of me too. I'll go along with that. So let us know. Put it in the chat. What does Good Friday mean to you? Is it religious, spiritual, or just another day? How do you rock on your Good Friday?
But I respect for everybody that, you know, that
Charlie Funk. Every day above ground is a good one. I know that.
It is.
For real.
So.
And you would say his pops always said that too.
And I know, and even if you, so even with that, like with me doing that don't mean that like Good Friday for you can't be the day that you sit down and really say you're carving out time, because a lot of times we don't make that time.
Yeah.
And you got the time off, somebody gives it to you. So now you was like, okay, I can really sit down and reflect and make sure that I'm on the same path that I want to be on. Yeah. The right path, brother.
Yeah, you're right though. I do that a lot. So yeah, it's not a particular day when that happens, but yeah, it is interesting that it's happening now in this time in the season. I guess with April 1st being the new year, you know, the real new year, right? And then, coming into the new year, that's usually when you do your reflection and you're resetting and you're all the things. And so happy Good Friday, I guess is that the greeting? How do you greet people on Good Friday? Peace be with you.
Good morning.
Good Friday.
Grand rising.
Grand rising. Good Friday. Are you a grand rising or a good morning type of person?
I'm whatever.
Yeah.
I'm whatever.
You reciprocate, huh?
Yeah, I'm whatever. Bonjour.
It's whatever it is. Whatever
I'm just not one of them people that's like not on some most stuff. I'm not like.
Yeah,
it ain't that serious for me. Like if that's where you
really serious about that.
They is. Yeah. But when I will tell you is that when I text people or something like that, I'm like in my mind, so like, is this a good morning person? Is this a grand rising person? Should I say like, because you offend people in one way or another, and there's some people, because I like to respect people where they at.
Okay, so if they grand rising people, then you
grand rising.
Yeah. Are you and if you're a good morning person?
If you hey King, if you hey Chief, like I
what up, dog?
Yeah, if you I'm now too.
Natural. Greet each person in their own way. Right?
Some people huggers, some people not. Some people dapping up.
Handshake, some people
right. I'm with it all. Listen, I'm with
don't shake hands. That's the cultural thing.
That's fine. All right.
Yeah. You bow.
You don't shake hands. All right. Yeah, I'm all that. I'm not gonna be offended. I promise you.
That's so funny. That's funny. It's funny because I'm like that too. Like some people like really like I understand the significance of these things.
Yeah, man.
But I also don't allow that stuff to give. Like I don't give so much weight to it that it just becomes like unbearable and control your whole life because people don't do it. Yeah.
Like I think we give so much power to other stuff that doesn't, I get why they say good morning. Yeah. You know what I mean? The history on behind it.
Yeah.
When
mourning
and sadness and when they used to kill the slave. And all that. But you're giving the words power.
Yeah.
Right? And so you give the meaning of it and you feed what you want to have, because if you say good morning and somebody gets up and you have a phenomenal morning, it did what it was supposed to do for you.
Greetings, Mr. Risa. Are you a good morning or
she just said greetings.
Greetings, y'all. Good morning or grand rising. Yeah, but when you understand words and the power that they have, I get it, because the whole concept from the way that it was relayed to me is that the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between these things, right? But the conscious mind feeds the subconscious, right? And so it's like once you clear that morning to me means the sun is coming up and it's the beginning of a new day, then I'm clear on that, and like there's no ambiguity in that.
And to be honest, until I heard
your subconscious mind don't know that morning actually means the beginning of a new day. It means morning is like sadness and grief.
But if you never
wish somebody,
but your subconscious is something that you like had to experience.
Yeah, you program it.
It is something again that you had to experience. So if you didn't experience that morning, right, from
thank you,
then it's not there. Right?
Yeah. Good God. The sun rising in the AM. Amen. I usually say good morning, Miss Teresa. God morning. And I see that. At first I thought it was a typo. When Mama Blue would put God morning in the chat. But she's consistently God morning. Like, yeah.
And I'm with all
morning are not the same word. Amen.
Yeah.
And being clear on that, even though it sounds the same, it's like people be sweating. They be woke, Charlie, they woke.
My brother.
It's respectfully. So whatever your preference is, assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, grand rising, right?
All of that. I'm with it.
What up, though? What it do? Like, you get it all from me. So they sleep. It's only when you're not activating that stuff. You got people that sleep.
And what I will tell you, whatever you do, if it's making you be a better person, then I'm 100% with it.
Amen.
Now, if it's bringing you back down another rabbit hole that you don't need to be, and now you stressed out, you can't do it, then maybe you need to look at something else.
Yeah, immediately. All right. So, in other news, so when we talk about what the people say, what the people say, I saw a story that prompted the question that I posted on social media. And the story that I saw was about Brandy, saying that I guess Brandy, the singer, has a new book. Y'all know Moesha, right? Moesha, Brandy, The Boy Is Mine, some of the other music that she made. So she has a new book out. And in the book, she talks about her relationship with Wanye from Boys to Men. And she said that she was 16 and he was 22 at the time. And she felt like, how did she say it? He weaponized her starstruckness and fandom and wants to acknowledge the fact that she was still a child and he was an adult. And so that, just prompted this question. If you have a 16-year-old daughter, she wants you to meet her 22-year-old boyfriend, how would you respond? And we got some reactions. How would you respond? 16-year-old daughter wants you to meet a 22-year-old boyfriend. How you responding?
I'm probably not responding well.
Okay.
To be honest, you just what do you want with the 16-year-old, right? Is another thing. But let's
talk about what the people say.
Go ahead.
so
Charlie Funk say hell no, but go ahead.
There we go. And so we have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 themes that came up under the what the people say.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Into it. So the immediate reactions that we got, the strong majority of the people was they would shut it down immediately. They say it is inappropriate, unsafe, and potentially illegal. So that's when the protective instincts kick in. And
right.
So that was like the majority of the people like, oh, hell to the no. Excuse me. I don't know if we can say that, but
I mean, it done said it.
But no, it ain't happening. So definitely shutting it down. Then you had the protective parent perspective. No adult should be dating a minor. They would confront the boyfriend directly. They would question his intentions and his background. And then some want to involve his parents, and others even were saying that they would involve the authorities. Like they just finna call the police. Then there was accountability. Parenting accountability was another angle. How did this relationship develop without parental awareness? Break it down. And the breakdown was, they were saying it was a breakdown in communication, maybe some supervision and boundaries. Parenting starts early, not when they're teens, was kind of like a theme, saying like if your daughter is engaging with a 22-year-old in some kind of way, it's the parent's responsibility. I'm not sure about that particular angle.
So this is what you do. You take Brandy in Wanye's situation. Brandy was forced into a adult situation as a child. She's doing adult stuff. She's around adult people. She is on the, and this doesn't make it right. I'm just kind of going through the mind frame. And this is why my hesitation with it is that any normal 16-year-old in her situation, she probably wouldn't have related to whatsoever.
Yeah.
She's not in school with them. She's not doing business with them. She's not hanging out with them. Every aspect of her life is putting her in that at that 20-something age group, and that's who she's with. Right. And I do think that they're then where the parenting up, and this is why I'm finna lie on the parents with this, is that you need more guidance at that point to ensure that your child is still doing children stuff and is allowed to not be manipulated and put in that situation.
Here's the other piece of it too, Q, because this was another one of the perspectives, and this was what I read in the article about Brandy, is saying that they was like sneaking with it,
right,
and then denying that they were in a relationship, and then like waiting until after
she turned 18,
etc. But here's the other piece too. One of the other things that came up in what the people say, they said if you just say no, she may sneak and continue the relationship, and so the fact that she wants you to meet him is your opportunity to stay informed and to guide them instead of losing the visibility. Because now, if you shut it down, and that's something that she really wants to do, then now she's going to be sneaking and doing it.
And we're talking about it. It happens a lot more than we want to admit.
Yeah.
Right. Like it happens more than we want to admit. You see Miley Cyrus and her husband, who she got a divorce, same situation. He was, he was older. They dated. They broke up, however the case may be. This happens more than we know that.
Yeah,
you see, and we see the
post in the neighborhood. I remember at school, girls used to get in the cars with the 22, 23-year-olds, guys who had the cars, and we the guys at school, and they're not interested.
They're not interested, and they getting the X and O's, and then, but then
like I remember that.
Then you have and so we make excuses, and then we criminalize and do this, because they say women mature faster than men, right? And we give that example, and then we say, hey, so if that's so, then where do we put it in? You know what I mean? Like this is a very complicated situation, and I wish that she was protected a little bit more in this situation. But Brandy probably would have did what Brandy wanted to do, because she said that they snuck around. She did want to clear that her parents didn't and if they did, she wanted to make sure that they were cleared.
Okay.
You know what I mean? At that point.
Okay, I got you. Because she was saying like something about the silence of it all, and she been kind of sitting with it, but knowing that, again, she was a child, and technically this person was an adult. And so the other piece of this, as a part of the what the people say, was the accountability issue. And so they said the adult accountability, the 22-year-old should know better. Also, one of the things was like, is this grooming? Is this predatory behavior? Because of like the teen self-esteem, the attention and validation that come with, how the older people prey on, the younger teenagers. So this was the opportunity, they said, to teach boundaries and also teach healthy relationships.
I've seen it so many. So I have a thing, right? And then I had to really kind of realize, like, so relationships are crazy across the board. And like Miko said, now you got old women messing with younger boys.
Same thing,
young men.
That was Yubi's question too.
What Yubi says?
No, he was asking is there a difference when it's the other way around? Like if it was a 16-year-old young man and a 22-year-old woman, does that make a difference?
I think boundaries need to be set.
Yeah.
We see it all the time. Celine Dion and her husband.
Okay. I think it's more accepted culturally. Like I think people be more all right with a 16-year-old boy and a 22-year-old woman. Like I think people love really don't have
no.
They think it'd be cool. He got him older. He got whatever. They be celebrating them young men.
No,
I saw a video with a woman. Did you see the one with the 13-year-old? She had a 13-year-old son with a 21-year-old woman,
right?
And she kept the 21-year-old at the house.
And so my thing is,
hold on, I want to see it. So there was another scenario. Just thinking about this, Yubi, when you asked the question about is it different the other way around? I did see a video of a mother who came home. She caught her 13-year-old son in the room with a 21-year-old. held the 21-year-old there until the police came, because she called the police, and they arrested the 21-year-old for, messing with the 13-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
So legally, it's not okay the other way around. But what I'm saying is culturally, I think there's more grace when you have younger boys messing with older women. That's just kind of
So I think men give men passes.
Okay.
Right. Oh, you got you one. Oh, you got you.
The women, the moms ain't okay.
No, the moms ain't. No, they're not. Not typically.
Okay.
Not at a young age, but there is a thing called grooming. Like I know somebody right now who watched somebody grow up or whatever, was married, and then they end up getting together, right?
Okay.
Later on in years. And then I was like, is this grooming, or did just two adults realize they got something in common 20 years later and then connected? And now because society's gonna tell you that because you saw them, you know what I mean?
So you met them when they were a child,
right? Like you would, or whatever the case may be. Like y'all moved 10 years later, they end up connecting.
So I saw you at 16. I was 22.
But I wasn't interested in you. Like
but now you 26 and I'm 32.
And now we're right here. And so at this point,
grooming? Is that what they kind of trying to say? Like it was.
That was they was like, oh, that's sick. That's a grooming. If they didn't keep them under their thumb and keep them and mess with them at that age, and it's just a Qiana thing, I don't necessarily see that as grooming.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's two adults that eventually realize that maybe they have something in common and found it, and now you let society tell you that you're not supposed to be together. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, people gonna have something to say about your relationships in general. Like,
yeah.
So
that was one of the things they said. Another part of the theme was that these situations have existed for years.
Mm-hmm.
There's more scrutiny and accountability today than it might have been back in the days. And then one of the key questions, I guess, that was coming up was the boundary between protection and control, right? But I believe you can't protect anybody who you can't control to some degree.
Right.
And so, like, do you shut it down or engage in conversations? That was another one of the kind of the debates. Like, do you engage in the conversation, talk to both of them? That was one of the comments too. I'm trying to remember who put that in the might have been Lade Hayward, but she put in the comments about how this is a moment for you to sit down with the 22-year-old and the 16-year-old and find out from them what makes them think that this is okay. Like, not condoning it or going with it, but like, here's an opportunity for the 22-year-old to learn something as well as the 16-year-old. So is this a teachable moment, or do you just shut it down without providing the lesson?
I think you always
Yeah.
I think conversations always need to be had and understanding before that. And see, like Miko just said, no, you don't watch a girl in diapers and now you want to sex. That's rape.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But again, I'm gonna say this. I personally agree with Miko with like, if you watch somebody. But again, I'm telling you that you're supposed to see this person as family or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pushing my will. Like, that person may have never seen him.
Let me just set the stage. So if it's a family friend, watch you grow up, and now later on that family friend and somebody who watched you grow up, now y'all in a relationship.
But again, is that necessarily grooming if that person never approached that person, never did anything?
Okay.
They just, and then later on they end up being together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm asking. This is because we push that on them. But if that person, if you never like, okay, you see somebody over there.
If I always saw you as little so-and-so, then you always going to be little so-and-so.
To you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, to you, but everybody
don't. At a point where little so-and-so done grow up, it's like, that's still little so-and-so. Like,
we
push
our will on, we push what we think somebody else should do on everybody else. And I'm not saying and for me, I don't want to be that the moral police to tell you on that like you're because who am I? What if this person end up marrying the person, they got a great life. This is who they
God bless them.
right.
Yeah.
And they gave them a better, like, you know what I mean? Who am I to take that from you?
Mm-hmm.
And again, as children, we protect.
Okay.
Right? And we fight 16-year-old. But once you get grown, you do as you please. Like Shayna just said, she was having trouble with her son dating older women, but she had to be okay with it because he's an adult, and she found out that's who he like. He just like older women.
Okay, I hear that.
You know what I mean? You like what you like.
I mean, that's as an adult, right?
Yeah.
Like so when she says dating older women, but had to be okay with it because he was an adult. Like that's different from children. She said, I was not okay with my son dating older women until I found out that's what he likes. So I have to trust him as a young adult. Like, I get that. We're talking about like 16-year-olds, like teenagers, right? But yeah, adults, you pick your, you pick your struggle. If you like Mr. Charlie or Miss Esther, or, then that's what you into. That's what you into.
But that age right there,
you right. Look at your parents and the grandparents gap. Like, my dad was 10 years older than my mom, so I totally understand.
And then we sit up and be like,
But when you think about it, you like, was that okay? That's all. That's the question. Like, if you was the mama and a 16-year-old say, I got a 26-year-old that I'm dating, like, are you okay with that? Like, maybe back then they was, maybe they wasn't, but it happened.
It does.
And happens a lot. So,
and a lot of times they end up sneaking around and doing all this other stuff, and then you see this, and some people give the okay, and some people don't, right?
Yeah. And I would say yes. Yubi's question is there a difference once they're adults? I would say yes.
Yes, there is.
There's a difference. She said, my daughter 29 and I still don't want her with the 50-year-old. I mean, I'd unite with that, but
I will tell you this.
Like, they're adults.
The first time I really had to accept it is when, like, my daughter started dating older men.
Okay.
And I really, as an adult, like, let me get this clear, as an adult. But I also realized is that, as Brandy, is that there wasn't a lot of people her age at that point that she was relating to, because she wasn't doing normal 18, 19-year-old stuff. We're traveling the world. We're doing a lot of stuff, and so when you're thinking about the conversations and where you're relating to is kind of where she ended up going. And when I sat down and had to evaluate that, I had to accept it. Right. And I will tell you, I'm one of them people, I don't believe age make you mature. Life experiences does. And do what make you happy once you grown, because at the end of the day, your mama gonna do what they want to do, your daddy gonna do it, and your children gonna do what they want to do. So if it's something, if you find true love when you're grown, let me say that, you do it.
What about this one? Would you be okay with your child dating one of your peers?
Uncomfortable, but that uncomfortable.
Even as an adult?
Uncomfortable, maybe.
As an adult, no.
What?
No, I don't think I'd be okay with that.
That's a daddy. I'm just
I don't think I'm cool with that.
And I would, I mean, I would probably, and you know what? I've never had any of my, I've never had any of my friends or my male friends ever.
Put it in the chat. Y'all let us know. Would you be okay with your child?
And I also have, I have a rule too. If I saw you grow up or you ever call me Miss Qiana, you can't date me.
That's what I was saying earlier.
So I can't date you.
But that's what I was saying. So, and the flip side of that is if I ever called you little,
but that's my rule.
They call it, but I unite with that.
That's my
rule.
rule.
What I'm saying? Like if you was little somebody and I was big somebody to you, you always gonna be that. Like it ain't like, oh, you done growed up now. Like, no, you still like
my boyfriend is younger than I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's an age gap between us. I met him as a grown man.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch him grow up and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
but you know, because I get this question all the time when it comes in there. And I'm like,
that's totally different. Yeah, because like my wife older than I am. Wink, wink.
And you was up when you was young too.
Man, I sure was. We was teenagers though.
Yeah, but nobody could stop you.
Nah. Nah, I couldn't stop myself. But I mean, that's another part of the thing, and it's only like 18 months. It's not like way older, but it is something that we talk about. But I get it. Like again, once you older and you have these conversations, who you attracted to, who you attracted to. So
he said, now I'm sex someone that could be my son or son's friend, and she said no.
No.
And I mean, and I would tell you, it is. I could never date any of Cheyenne's friends.
Yeah.
Like if you was her friend, like, and I have a rule. Like if you call me Miss Qiana,
couldn't do it.
You could do it.
Tiffany said, I could never date any of my son or daughter's friends, grown or not. Mm-hmm. I just don't see them in that light. That's exactly right.
I agree with you.
Yeah, like
but this is something that you.
Oh, but you know what? I just thought about it. I ain't gonna say it on air, but I got some stories that just came up for me.
And that's when we started talking about, I know somebody that saw somebody and now they have a baby together. Yeah. They're both grown and they're doing whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move on.
All right, we're gonna dead this conversation.
Thank y'all for your engagement on this one as well. But definitely a conversation that absolutely needs to be had. And make sure that you're keeping your eyes on your girls. So
and your boys. Because they think it's just a girl and boys thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I will tell you, in the 90s, the culture was so different. The culture was different. Yeah. And the acceptance and all that other stuff. And now you know better, you do better.
Absolutely. Accept the responsibility. So the city of St. Pete has announced a tentative timeline for the gas plant redevelopment proposal selection. So this is right off the city of St. Pete's website. They announced it on March 31st. The city of St. Pete is announcing the tentative timeline for historic gas plant redevelopment proposal selection. We'll come back to that. Yeah. At this time, the process of reviewing and shortlisting proposals that were received is underway. City staff evaluators have completed an initial review of the submissions, and those analyses are available on stpete.org/gas plant. The evaluations will be forwarded to Mayor Welch for his consideration. The tentative timeline for the remainder of 2026 is as follows. And so for this month in April, the city staff will begin the first phase of the Urban Land Institute study. The study will include an analysis and aggregation of previous studies, community feedback, and other research. So basically what that means to me is that they're going to look at all of the other studies and all of the research and community input and info sessions, and they're going to put it all together into a comprehensive report. The city also in April will be hosting a public meeting with the shortlisted developers at the Coliseum for the public to meet with the developers and ask questions about the proposals. And so when that date is announced, make sure that if you're interested, you show up, because there will be an opportunity for you to engage with the developers who made proposals. Following that public meeting, the city will initiate a 30-day input session to gather feedback from residents. Additional stakeholder or community engagement meetings will also be announced. How you feel about these public meetings and info sessions that'll be happening this month? Where you at with that?
Do them, respect them. You know, I'm just over everything.
It was the exhale.
Just do them, respect them, and I really think that we shouldn't be making no decisions until after the election.
Okay, let the new mayor
or the current mayor, but get through all this other stuff.
The newly elected mayor.
The newly elected mayor, so new city council, the city council. Okay. We got a whole new it's a new deal. So we need fresh eyes. We need new perspectives on it. And I think.
I'm just thinking how far.
It ain't that far.
The election is,
It ain't that far.
It's 8 months. You can have a baby by then.
Okay.
Wait until after the election.
Yeah, I would.
And let the new administration do it. This makes how many administrations? I think they've been dealing with this since maybe Foster.
Who cares?
Foster, Kreisman.
Who cares?
Now Welch.
So?
And maybe Welch 2.0 or somebody else.
Yeah, I would. And this, so if I would be focusing, I would do if I was the mayor right now, I would gather all the information and let them know that I want to listen to the people, make an informed decision, and then I won't be making that until after I'm reelected, after gathering and sitting down and consulting the right people to make sure that I make a right decision so we're not in the same situation that we was in last year.
Okay.
Because I want my city to thrive.
Right. I hear that.
Now that would be that if I was on the team, that's what I would say.
As the proposal, like this is what we need to, how we need to be
gather
moving.
all the information. And either way, if I'm the person or somebody else, I want to make sure that the city is in a good situation so that moving forward, we make the right decision for our community. And so regathering the information, even though we had information before, now we know that there's a possibility that it looks totally different.
And I think that's what this Urban Land Institute study is supposed to do, right? Take all of the information, all of the previous stuff that was done, and maybe update it to what the current situation is. But then the decision point. So here's how the timeline, the rest of the timeline shakes out. So that was the April timeline. Again, there'll be a 30-day input session to gather feedback from residents. Stakeholders and community engagement meetings will be announced. And then May, let's say following the 30-day public input session, city administrators and directors will complete their strengths and weaknesses analysis of the shortlisted proposals. In May, the Community Benefits Advisory Council or committee application portal will be opened up. The CBAC is a nonpartisan board that advises the mayor, city council, and citizens of St. Pete and consults on the implementation of the Community Benefits Agreement Program. That information will be provided as well. And then subject to city council approval, the CBAC committee members will be selected at the May 26th Committee of the Whole. And then in June, so this is the timeline. So in the summer, June, Mayor Welch will select a proposal following a comprehensive review of the proposals and multiple public input sessions. And then following the selection of a project, the proposals will be formally vetted by the CBAC City Council in alignment with previously established procedures. And then by July, the CBAC will host 2 public meetings using the feedback. And then the next steps following the July meeting, they'll be announced later this year, but they're looking to have this thing wrapped up before that election. It looks
So, Miss Teresa, to answer your question, who is the right people? I can't tell you who the right people is, but I do think that
you were saying make sure that we have the right people, it's reviewed by the right people. And
well, once we revote people in and do all, because we're going into a whole new administration. Not saying like no, not. I mean, let me.
You'll have new council. Maybe.
So let me say that. So I'm not saying like the current mayor ain't going into office, right?
But it's possible he might not.
But he might not. But you're coming into a new term. Let me say we're going into a new term, and I don't think that you should do business that's gonna last for another term at the end of a term.
So what about the perspective of I've been working on this for 4 years and I don't want to leave without getting it done?
What happened is that was going to happen, and then the hurricane happened.
But you still got 8 months to get it done.
And that's just me. People gonna argue, right? They're gonna argue.
The other side of that is like, okay, I've been working on this for 3.5 years. I got 8 more months. I'm trying to close this out
and not close.
And then if I get reelected, I can finish it.
And honestly, if I'm doing it, depending on what it is, you do want to close it out because people don't like to come in the middle of something else.
That's what
being done.
That's what, matter of fact, that's looks like what happened with Welch. Like they made a decision. Kreisman them made a decision. They picked somebody, and then when the new administration, the Welch administration, came in, they canceled the deal and started the process over again. So if they do that, that's another one of the potentials. Like this administration could choose a proposal. If somebody else is elected, they could say, oh, well, we don't like that proposal. We don't like the process and how that was done. And the new administration could cancel it.
And that's a waste of people money and time and all. But strategy wise, I could see it either way.
Yeah.
Like, because when you start something, nobody else don't want to clean up your mess, right? As they say, and I'm not saying this is mess, because people
will. A little messy though.
No, but I'm just saying people will twist your words. Nobody else, like if you start building a house, nobody else want to come in there and
I just saw that on the news.
Start
like somebody was suing a company. They was trying to get them to repair it, and everybody like, nah, we ain't touching that. We ain't started. We not gonna.
They don't want to do it. So then the last person has to come in. So
and if you can't get that person to come in, now what do you do?
But that's a good strategy for our current mayor as well. If you go and push it and start it, nobody else technically wants to touch it, and
Or will that cause them to reset like he did? Because he came in. They said, hey, here's the person we selected. This is the proposal that we want to go with. He came in, said, cancel it. We're going to start the whole process over again. And then we see, here we are 3 years later, almost 4 years later now, and still, nothing but lessons learned. I won't say no progress, because there was a lot of learning.
There was a lot of learning. And you just hope that you learned the lesson.
Yeah, that's it. And so let's keep going. Speaking of learning lessons, Pam Bondi was fired. I don't know if that's a lesson for somebody or not.
The lesson is that there's no loyalty over there with WIG. Okay. It don't matter what you do. You can kiss butt, try to cover, change narrative, argue it down, do all of that.
The releases,
everything you could do, be right on the side and never even look wrong. And if you cough that one time wrong, you're fired.
Yeah, out of there. So for those who don't know, what had happened was President Donald Trump has removed Pam Bondi as Attorney General, and she's only been there a year, just a little over a year in the role. Bondi's time leading the U.S. Justice Department was marked by major controversy, including large-scale firings, investigations into Trump's political opponents, and ongoing backlash over how the Epstein files were handled. Despite publicly praising her, Trump had reportedly grown frustrated behind the scenes, especially over unmet expectations around prosecution of his rivals. He has now tapped Todd Blanche as the acting attorney general, with other potential replacements being considered. So do you think the Justice Department should operate independently, or should it carry out the agenda of the president who appoints them?
Independently.
Okay.
Like, that's the whole point of the thing. Like, because clearly the president is wrong about some stuff. And then what happens is, and she tried to operate under your guidelines, but the other people shot that down.
Yeah, the courts and all of that.
Yeah,
a lot of the stuff that they've been wanting them to do has been shot down. So that's another part of this conversation, right? Because Trump clearly demands like unquestioned loyalty, right? But when you have that as a job requirement, then what happens to justice?
If there is any. And then he demands loyalty, but he don't have to give it. He doesn't have to give it back.
Yeah.
So this is the one side. It's the one-sided.
Yeah.
And going in there, I don't know what he promised you. Like, you get your 15 minutes of fame, and then after that, you're done.
Yeah. And this is those are like the three branches of government, right? So you got like the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Pam Bondi is under the judicial side, right? In the justice piece. So she's supposed to be independent of the executive branch and like not, you know what I'm saying? Like beholden to this idea that he's supposed to, how you say it? Basically follow his agenda. So if he's saying, I'm appointing you to be the top cop, and I want you to go after all of my rivals and political opponents, if there's no legal basis for you to do that, and you don't do that, basically he's saying you're fired. That's where we at right now. UB says it's supposed to be independent. That's the point of checks and balances and the three branches of government. We're on the same page. But apparently all of that stuff is out the window these days. So yeah, but I thought that was interesting as well. Last thing, it's almost time for Ask Qiana, so I'll save that. So let's do Ask Qiana.
Okay, go ahead, because we got 10 minutes.
To go. So Ask Qiana is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, OCGC.coop. And you can become a member owner today. Dear Qiana,
Mm-hmm.
my husband is a security guard, and he never turns it off. Everywhere we go, he's scanning the room, watching people, pointing out what could go wrong. He notices everything: who's coming in, who's leaving, where the exits are, and who looks suspicious. I get it. That's his job. And honestly, I appreciate that he wants to keep us safe. But sometimes it feels like we can't just relax and enjoy ourselves. A simple night out turns into a full security briefing. He's always on edge, and it's starting to rub off on me. At what point does being protective become too much? Should I just accept that this is a part of who he is? Or is it fair to ask him to find some balance so we can actually live in peace?
I think you should ask him to find some balance.
Top flight, baby.
It is.
Top flight.
But I know that's aggravating to be with somebody that always like you like, dang, we want to enjoy ourselves, but he can't.
Six.
There you go. Oh no, sit right here. Right. You didn't see that.
You see the guy over there? He look like he up to something, right?
Right. And then I would. So this is so.
Put your purse on the inside. Don't put it on the outside.
No, don't do that. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a conversation that we had. It may be really hard, but Dean, I think you will find, what I would suggest is that y'all find other stuff to do where it's not a lot of people. Like, find a.
Just don't go outside.
No. Go outside. But go outside with your friend. Like, you create the atmosphere that you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you know that.
Put your mask on, baby. They putting stuff in the sky.
Please,
you might not need to breathe that.
No. But then start creating those atmospheres. Go to smaller venues where there's not that the people that's there that's a little bit more intimate, so that it ain't where you got to watch your back. Okay. Right, because if you in an open club where you don't know where people at, you don't know the people that's coming in, he's always going to be on edge, right?
Yeah.
So if you go into like room 109, let's say,
okay,
it's invite only, it's already kind of there, it's only 50 people there.
Okay,
you're not on edge as much.
So you do your security scan beforehand. That way, when you get there, you can actually enjoy the moment.
I think
and
so.
Not be locked into like.
And it's just like knowing the person that you with, and making the adjustments as needed. And I mean, people might say you doing too much. Oh, girl, that's your husband.
He doing too much until
too much is needed. And like you love them, figure out like. I'm one of them people. Do what you need to do to make sure that you are happy and your husband is happy, right? Forget all the other naysayers and all of that stuff. So I would say figure out a solution, and the solution is maybe go to smaller places, go where it's not crowded, where it's only a couple of people in there. You know what I mean? Start hanging out with your friends. Okay. You know what I mean? Like do house parties where ain't nobody randomly coming in, because he's always on edge because he's always trying to make sure that you're safe, right? So do things like that. There's ways to eliminate it.
Yeah, no, I hear that. One of the things is coming up as you was talking, I was thinking about like FOI training, right? Mm-hmm. We have like the military culture and the Nation of Islam and all of that kind of stuff. And you are aware of your surroundings, you have general orders and all of those things. But one of the things that we were taught too is the best security is the security that you don't know is present. So like you don't have to like let everybody know, hey, I'm security.
Right.
The best security is the security that you don't even see, you don't even know, like, but you are aware and you alert to what your surroundings are. So I think it's the question about balance, being able to find the balance. Of course, you want to, be on post. You want to make sure that you're paying attention into everything that's happening, but you don't want it to become uncomfortable for your principal.
No, you don't.
Because if the principal, if they're worried, then that goes against the whole idea of security.
You're right.
You know what I mean? The whole thing with security is I'm able to enjoy myself without having to worry about any harm or any threat.
Yeah.
But if your principal or the person you're securing, if they're on edge and they're worried, then you're really not doing your job as security.
No, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
And you're pushing it on somebody else.
Yeah, like your job is to make sure that nothing happens to them. So I get that, but that's the primary part of the security. But the secondary and one of the other pieces that's also important is making sure that the person you're securing is actually secure and they feel comfortable.
Right.
And if they feel comfortable, then you really doing your job.
But you definitely need to have that conversation with your spouse and let them know. And y'all have to come up with it together because there are boundaries that needs to be set. Like, because you don't want you to bring, because he probably don't want you to bring your work home.
True.
You know what I mean? True. And there's probably a conversation like, yo, babe, like we can't do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
but sometimes you gotta help people.
Yeah,
help people help them.
You do. Help people help you. Again, it's all. I think it's a lot of that has to do with manners and just how you handle it, because you can be security minded, and where like your wife will know, okay, yeah, that's just kind of what he do. This how he roll, without it being over the top and all exaggerated. You know, top flight type.
And people ain't gonna like this. It could also be an insecurity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Always got to prove your point. You know what I mean? I'm you know.
Yeah.
I'm the security, you know, because you've seen some people that do security and you never know that they exist. Like Brother Donnie.
Yeah.
He's always super calm, cool. You know,
he's paying attention.
He know when you leave, he can tell you everything that happened.
Yeah.
And you never, y'all joking, laughing.
You didn't see it. You didn't know it was happening.
Right.
And that's the type of security that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Because security is technically is supposed to stop and make sure things don't happen and not escalate.
It's not a response. It's
no. Yeah, it is. And so you see something, hey, let's move left.
Yeah.
Okay, now we finna get out of here because it looked like something about to happen. And
it's the other part of it. Like you don't always have to say let's move left. You could. That's we talked about protection and control earlier. It can be as simple as we dancing and I see something and I'm gonna move you to the left.
Right. Same thing. I'm just saying.
I don't want to like bother you.
Right.
With like, oh, you know, this might be a threat, but you see the threat, you make the adjustments,
and then you keep it moving.
And you need to engage the principle in the security.
Agreed.
Well. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, take it easy. Had a conversation, but yeah, no, that was it. I think that was a good one. Good stuff, y'all. Yubi said, have fun in different settings. It allows him to be less apprehensive. True. Shayna, he has to know how to separate work from home. I know a lot of adults who do this. And it's insane because as soon as I clock out, I'm done. Some people can't turn off work as can't turn it off as work is all they know. Yeah, I struggle with turning off work too sometimes. A
lot of people do.
Yeah,
because you're working more than you're working. You're at work more than you're at home. Typically, you wear that hat more than you wear anything else.
Yeah, true. All right. So in the time we got left, I see Madam President of Fusion 49th District on here. There's a Fusion 49th community meeting happening on Monday. Monday at 6 o'clock at the Gulfport Neighborhood Center. So y'all make sure that y'all pull up if you want to know what's happening on the corridor. Lots of good things popping. The second Saturday of every month is the trolley market. So y'all pull up, man. And then, of course, we want to remind you that this Sunday, Cash Mob at Canopy 18, Sunday, April 5th, 12 p.m. Is the Cash Mob. And Oh, there's another opportunity I want to share. It's on my personal page, but we want to know how much you know about the CRA. And if you don't know about the CRA, we're willing to train you, teach you, and then put you in a position to go out and get paid to give presentations to other people. You can check out my Facebook page and get information. But we want to really get people to know what's happening with the CRA. Because a lot of times when you say the CRA, people think, oh, that's just money that's supposed to be meant to help Black people, but you don't really know the details. And so we want to create space. We're doing an orientation that's going to help build awareness. It's an info session. The info session is Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'm actually going to put this in the chat so that if you're interested, you can do that. But yeah, lots of good stuff happening, y'all.
Yep.
Final thought.
Be the change you want to be. Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle, feel good. It's the weekend. Enjoy it. It's a 3-day and it's a 3-day and someday 4-day weekend because today was a day off for some people and Monday is also for some people because it's called Easter Monday. And so
I
people
might celebrate that this year.
No.
I'll be here Monday because it's Easter Monday. Thank y'all very much. I think I'm doing that this year. Also, Story 727 giving out food today from 12 to 3 at Crossing Anvil. Thank you for that. Crossing Anvil is on 16th Street. And what's that? 7th Avenue down by Campbell's Park.
Right, yeah.
Shout out to Story 727, all the great work that they doing. All right, so y'all, it's been amazing. Be safe. Enjoy yourself this weekend. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And up next is Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes.
And shout all around the house. Y'all take care. Be safe.